Hello, beautiful souls. I'm gonna smudge. I just wanted to hop on and say, hey, guess what? I realized today I have been building this business for 6 years. It is 6 years today. I decided to be an entrepreneur. What a crazy freaking ride. Absolutely crazy. When I started, it was awakening with me. This business has literally evolved through my whole healing process. I was looking back at my first YouTube video. Bro, I've probably lost 80 pounds since then, maybe 100, I don't know. But I was so closed off and so insecure and shy in the camera and uncomfortable, but I had a vision and I had a purpose, and God has put this on my heart to share messages and to be in my magic and to be a rebel and to break the system and bring forward alignment and love and homeschooling tactics and emotional well-being and support for single moms, support for families that wanted to get out of the matrix system and step into freedom and authenticity and power. And I realized today I am literally living in this vision. It's been beautiful to watch the business grow with me. Now, it has been Seeds of Divinity, a rebrand, for about 3 years. And I went through a marketing mastery class and a certified life coach. And I did that for about 2 years. I was certified, and that was 2 years ago. Was that 2 years ago? 2023. So it's been 2 years that I've been certified and building the marketing side of things. And I'm finally to a stage where it's so much bigger, right? It's not just that I know my medicine, but I know my voice. I know my magic. I know what I'm here for. And today I just launched the first date of the tour. I will be going on tour this summer and this winter. I'll be going on tour of the central Wisconsin area, channeling the Hathors, the literal 7 sisters, the divine creators of the Pleiadian star system. I'm channeling, live trance channeling, and people will be able to ask questions while I'm in a trance. They will be able to bring forward their concerns. We will also be doing gallery readings, which I have far beyond mastered. I'm super, super excited. So as I launched this speaking thing today, the printer wasn't working and it's a different color. And this is just a reminder that sometimes it takes us a while to find our purpose. Sometimes it takes a while to hone our language, to hone our medicine, to hone our purpose, because there's so much outside noise. Hello, beautiful souls. There is so much outside noise. And as humans, we want purpose. Purpose, security, community, pleasure, joy, right? The same 9 fundamental needs we all have. We just all take it into a different space of what brings us joy. I finally stepped into that space of like, this is the thing. And let me tell you, all of the shadows that come up when we step out to be seen in a new way is huge. It's huge. And if you don't know, I channel, but I heal through the shadow work process. We don't do shadow work, we do shadow alchemy. I have a course that's popping off at the end of the month here that has openings if anybody wants to learn the powerful tools of shadow alchemy to step out of the shadow work loops. But when we are transforming and stepping into our purpose, when we are stepping into our medicine, our magic, our art, whether it's singing or metaphysical practices, right? Whatever your flow state is, when we step out to be seen in that space, our shadows come up to be seen. insecurities, fears, lacks, disbeliefs, spaces where we didn't feel valued, spaces where we didn't feel seen and heard. These come up. That's why shadow alchemy is so fucking important, because our stuff comes up every time we go to do something new, something bigger, something out of our comfort zone. And as I stepped out to share this beautiful messages today, and to share the channeling, and to share the new tour dates that I'll be bringing forward, it was uncomfortable. And the printer stopped working. The tie rod went out on my truck. Like, the computer wasn't working. All of these are part of our subconscious programming. All of these are part of our computer, which I talked about this on YouTube, on our channel today. Our subconscious is like our hard drive for the computer. Everything gets stored into the subconscious, and the subconscious controls what apps pop up. The subconscious controls what apps work and what apps don't. And our subconscious controls money and wealth and joy and laughter and sexual pleasures. Like, it controls everything. And when we're going through the shadow alchemy stages, we're reprogramming the subconscious to grow, to expand, to create more money, to step out on bigger stages, to have a divine union and better communications, a happy family. It is all programmed in the subconscious. And when we go to outstep our comfort zone, all of those things come up. It is quite funny. It's very frustrating though, but when you start to see the pattern, then you understand, like, oh, this is part of that shadow or fear, or lack, disbelief, self-sabotaging habit. People like to call it self-sabotage. I no longer look at it as self-sabotage, because it is part of the subconscious patterns. Like, it's not something that we consciously see. That's why it's so frustrating. And as humans, we drive for purpose. We drive for passion. We drive for having meaning in our life. And a lot of times, the subconscious is keeping us from receiving that meaning. It's very, very unfortunate for many, because it leads to depression or sadness and toxicity in our lives, toxicity in our body, self-destructive thoughts, self-hatred patterns, right? This is all part of that system. The more that we go against our subconscious without learning the shadow alchemy tools, the stronger those patterns get. The stronger the lack gets. The stronger the doubt gets. The stronger the louder the thoughts get of self-hatred or self-destruction. You can't do this. You're not good enough. Whatever the thing is. That's part of that program in the subconscious. But if we bring it even deeper, I love this. Thank you, Mother Hecate. If we bring it even deeper, the subconscious is our maze. It's where we create our life lessons. It's where we free ourselves from our life lessons. And some of those programs that we've been holding, those conscious, unconscious programs, are just outdated software. It's outdated software. And it brings us into a depression loop, or an anxiety loop, or a playing small loop, or an being unseen or unheard loop. But it doesn't have to be our reality. As humans, we get into the space of what's happening in this now moment is the end all be all, which is not. This human experience is huge. And we are a very small piece to a huge picture. I always call forward Lady Hawk of the East to give us eyes of the hawk, to help us see with an outward perspective. Where's the anxiety coming from? Where's the fear coming from? Where's the loop coming from? Where's the depression coming from? Right? Allowing us to see with a wider perspective helps us step out of the human emotion, helps us step out of the human pattern, and helps us see how we create the things in our life. Like the tie rod going out. I literally have been in my house for like 3 weeks waiting for a bearing, and it wasn't even a bearing. It was a tie rod, and the tie rod, it literally took me half an hour to change. But that old pattern that I was playing out of feeling stuck was my reality. It's unfortunate, but it's the human experience. So I ask you, where are you today with your life? Where is the sticky energy? Where is the trigger? Where's the fear? Where's the anxiety? Where's the frustration? Because where that frustration is, your soul is ready for expansion. Your soul is ready to change. It's ready for growth. Now, if you're struggling with something like this, feel free to reach out. We dive into the deeper sides of the shadow. The Great Mother guides us through these conversations, and I help you in real time shift those subconscious patterns to create change in your real life. It's very, very powerful. But getting back to the space of business, what are you striving for? What changes would you like to see in the world? We are the change makers, right? Be the change you wish to see. What is an injustice that triggers you or pisses you off? Or what is a pleasure or a purpose or a joy that you would like to see the world go through? These are tools to help us see into our purpose, to help us see into what sparks us up. Everything we see on the outside is something that sparks us from the inside. So really take a good look. What would you like to see different? If you could close your eyes and you had all the money in the world and you had all the things, what would you be doing? When we break it down like this, then we get to break it into ways that we get to integrate that into our business, purpose, passions, and pleasures. Again, we're just seeking meaning. We're all creative beings. We're creators, every single one of us. It's very